Welcome to the Charity First Handicapping Challenge. And Happy New Year to everybody. What's going on?
Happy New Year, Georgie.
Happy New Year, George.
Ellis and Chappie, too. Sorry, that was kind of rude. Happy New Year to everybody. And Tyler, who's producing the show, too.
Yeah, it's Chappie. It's going to be a Chappie New Year, man. That's what it is. Chappie New Year. We're going to have a great 2022, and Chappie's going to lead the way, man. I feel it. I feel it's going to be a great year.
No bad beats, nothing but big hits. I mean, we last night, the three of us, it was a handicapping session / it was almost like a
airing of the grievances,
group therapy.
Festivus, airing of the grievances. We got everything out there, and now we got the good mojo and the good energy to start today, right?
We aired it out. We're ready to roll. It's 2022. Let's roll.
All right, and let's so for you guys that are tuning in for the first time, we have this Charity First Handicapping Challenge. Every race day, we get two handicappers or two personalities of the horse racing industry, and they go head to head to see who can make more money and try to make it to the finals. Along the way, we're going to get some great insight, and along the way, we're going to raise a lot of money. Well, we're going to raise hopefully a lot of money for the Winners Foundation, who's our charity. Ellis, great to have you on the show. And you are a star in this business, man. I go to different racetracks, websites around the country, around the globe, and there's Ellis Starr giving selections, man. You are a stud, and it's great to have you on the show. Welcome.
Well, thank you. I just wish it wasn't pouring here. We got the rain that you guys had a few days ago, so my wife would rather have snow. But I appreciate that. I'm keeping busy.
We had to be into work Wednesday, Ellis, and I actually picked George up in a rowboat on the way into work because we had about 9 inches of rain. It was unbelievable, but we're back to sunny skies, good weather on the turf. Just letting you know, Ellis, if you didn't realize that race
6,
the Joe Hernandez,
the 6th,
the 6th race is actually now still on the turf, but out of the regular chute, not down the hill.
Yeah. And that does change things.
That. Yeah, no question. Georgie, were you aware of that, buddy?
Yes, I talked to Nate about it. So whenever the turf course is not firm, if it's good or any other than firm, we're always going to take it down the hill. So that's the key. But also talking to Nate, and we talked to him, yesterday? And he confirmed that we have a tremendous promotion. Gino knows all about it because he knows how to get the word out. Gino, tomorrow, the late pick 5. Talk to me about it.
$50,000 seated into the late pick 5 tomorrow. And remember, those races are really strong because those are some of the grass races that got pushed from earlier in the week because of all the weather. It was a great call by Santa Anita. It was pouring. If they would have run on Thursday or Friday, all those races would have come off the grass. So now, at least on Saturday and on Sunday, we're going to have the opportunity to get them there. And Santa Anita just wanted to say thank you. Hey, it's been a tough early part of the meet. The weather's been, not all that cooperative. Let's put an extra $50,000 in the pick 5 pool for you on Sunday. And hey, Happy New Year to everyone out there. A little more money in. So like you said yesterday, Georgie, if you were going to play some sort of a ticket, I know my budget's going to be a little bit bigger now. I'm going to play a couple different style tickets. I'm going to try to clean up and take some of that $50,000 dead money in the pool.
I know that George and I and Gino probably, we probably weren't going to play, but now that the $50,000,
I was to say, you had to twist my arm a little, to get involved.
I was going to pass, but now I'm in. No.
Yeah, it really is a great promotion, and it's a testament to the management here at Santa Anita. I mean, we're very fortunate to work for a management team that does care about the better, and that's no small, that's no small detail. I definitely worked with tracks in my 40 years of working at tracks that maybe weren't thinking about the better. So our management, they want to do something. They know that that you guys, our fans, are our clients, and really without you, there would be no horse racing. So this is a fan appreciation thing, and hopefully you guys will appreciate it. I know I am, and I'm like the guy from the Hair Club for Men. I'm not. I don't just work here at Santa Anita. I'm a client as well. And so, all right, Ellis.
3 of us are.
Yeah, Ellis. We have not raised a lot of money for Winners Foundation. Look at you. We have not. We need to raise some money. If any of our handicappers take their bankroll of $300 in fictitious money and take it to over 1,000, extra money goes into the Winners Foundation. So we've got to give them more money. They haven't had a lot. So Ellis, we're going to start with you. You got $100 to win on one horse during the card. Who are you going with and why?
Well, hopefully this will get a third of the way there because the morning line holds up. In the third race, I'm going with the 4 Smuggler's Run, first-time starter. This one just jumped off the page when I was looking at pedigree. I use our Race Lens product, and I have a pedigree. Saves me from looking at sires and dams proactively. I have to react now, and it just all of a sudden it threw up that the dam had some winners, and boy, did she have some winners, especially for those that are following California for a while on the circuit. Stage winners, been studying her, 300,000. Grecian Fire, 400,000. Speaking Out, 500,000. 5 foals, 2 wins, 1 second, 1 third, 1 fourth, a first time out, and 58 and 8 workout. Screams it. There's no Baffert in the race, which is great. So I'll take it. Hopefully it holds up around 8-5.
All right. I've not been impressed with the runners that have run already in that race. Certainly it looks like it sets up for Smuggler's Run. And one of those offspring there of the dam won 400,000. That's how much Chappie has lost in bad beats along over the years.
This year alone.
Oh, just this year alone.
Yeah. Well, no, last year.
I was going to say, that's just
that's pretty bad.
He's already playing overseas and stuff, you know?
Yeah. I played harness this morning at 7 a.m. No.
All right. Flavian Pratt in race 3. Go ahead, Chappie.
But by the way, the horse is working very well. On top of that, I got to give one shout out to Nick Alexander for naming a horse Bill Buckner.
Yes.
You know, poor Bill Buckner had a tremendous career and is known for one thing, for the ball going through his legs when he shouldn't even been in the game because he had no knees left and could barely even bend over. And poor Bill Buckner, because he was a great player and is known for one play. Shame.
So brutal.
Right.
One of the most famous errors in all of Major League Baseball. I mean, that is.
Yeah. They wanted him to be on the field for the celebration. That's all it was.
Correct.
That's it.
Yeah.
Talk about the all-time backfire, you know?
Yeah. That was like putting your grandfather in at that point. He barely bend over.
Yeah.
You know, it's a shame. So ex-Chicago Cub too, by the way. All right, Gino, $100 to win. Where are you going to why?
Let's go, Chappie. You know, you and I have talked a couple times over the last few days. Yesterday we did a preview, then this morning. And since it's Team Chappie, I'm going to start with one of our friends, Dougie O'Neill, and we're going to go to McKinnon. You know, this is a horse in race number 7 in the Sham where looking into his races a little bit more, he's had legitimate trouble in both of his last 2 starts. And from a class standpoint, the race in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf proved that he's got the class to be a legitimate, like top-tier graded stakes horse. Now we just got to figure out, does he really like the dirt? And this only dirt try came in his debut going 4 furlongs. He's been working really, really well on the dirt, and he's bred fine for it. He's a son of American Pharaoh. His dam was grade 3 place and was a winner on the dirt, and the lone sibling won on the dirt. So I think there's plenty there. I mean, he can overcome trouble. I don't think he'll have to get into as much trouble in this short field. It's all going to come down to the way this race shapes up front, right? We really need degree of risk to maybe put a little bit of pressure on, but we just need the Baffert runners to be honest. That's all. They don't need to go out front and kill each other, but if they're just honest and setting a pace 1-2, which I think I don't think they're going to want to both be wrangled back, right? And McKinnon isn't really that slow. I think he can be sitting in a pretty good spot. Let's go 100 to win right off the bat on McKinnon. All
right. I like it. Like you said, we talked about last night, the tactics of the two looks like the front runners are both the Bafferts, but I think McKinnon is much more tactical than people think and is definitely working very well in the morning via the XBTV work. So 100 to win on McKinnon, Georgie.
I love it. Let's see. I hope they both our handicappers turn their $300 bankroll to over 1,000. Ellis, Mr. Uber Capper, Love to follow you at Uber Capper on Twitter. I suggest everybody to follow him, and of course, it's me, Gino B. Always some interesting tweets going out, and you also learn a lot of stuff. So, Ellis, you got $100 to work with in an exacta. What race you're going? Tell me about it.
Going to the Robert Frankel race 8, and Luck has been a little misnamed because she's been a little unlucky in her last 2 races. I see Chappie shaking his head. I mean, just
True.
a little questionable in the Rodeo Drive, and then 11 furlongs. This 9 furlong trip's going to hit her right between the eyes. And when you look at Luck and Mucho Unusual, and the fact that last year they were 8 for 9, first or second, that's a $50 exacta box for me. I know it's going to be chalking out, but want to raise some money, want to get this on the board, advance. And so that's my exacta box, Luck and Mucho Unusual, who won this race last year, by the way, with a 104 echo-based speed figure, which happens to be Luck's 104 and 103 in 2 of her last 3. So I only see these 2 in the race in the Robert Frankel.
All right, Luck and Unusual, one ridden by Flavian Pratt, the other one by Johnny V. Chappie, it looks like those 2 are going to be 1-2 in the jockey standings when all is said and done. Don't you agree?
Yeah, and amazingly, I think Bob Baffert has 7 wins already this meet, and all 7 were ridden by Johnny V.
Wow.
So he is on fire, and hats off to Mucho Unusual, who is one terrific Calbred, by the way. Made almost $1 million now. So terrific. And go ahead, Gino. You know how much we like Luck.
I was going to say, we got an exacta in the same race.
Oh.
One of the same horses, but slightly different. I do agree that Luck is no doubt the one to beat. Tons of respect for Mucho Unusual. I think the way this race shapes up, though, there's not a lot of speed. And I think Moraz has an opportunity to get out front. Look at the 2 races that Moraz has going long on the grass. They're very good. One of them was behind a horse named Queen Goddess, who came back and won the race that was taken off the turf last week, which is the American Oaks. And Moraz, I think the game plan's got to be get out front, slow things down. This horse has always shown a lot of ability. Early on in her 3-year-old year, she was in the graded stakes competition, graded stakes company. So I think she gets out front. I think Luck tries to come and get him late. So I'm going to hook up 4-7 in a $50 box.
All right. So 4-7. Georgie, I love it. Spirit of the competition, everything else, and we want everybody to win, but it's nice when they're going head to head.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. Yeah.
That's
a good
gonna be
dynamic.
A really interesting race.
Yeah, and that's a terrific little race. I mean, not a big field, but very interesting from a pace perspective and talent-wise as well.
I mean, all 3 of the inside horses are really nice. Bodicita just needs some quote-unquote luck. England's Rose is really good also. Mucho Unusual, who Ellis is using. That's a strong little group.
The only thing, real quick, the interesting thing is Gino had pointed out last night with Rispoli not riding the other Michael McCarthy,
which is interesting.
Global brand instead of Moraz. You don't know what the thinking is behind that. But
yeah, doesn't bother me with Hernandez, but it was when Rispoli's been on so often, that was definitely something worth noticing.
Yeah.
Ellis, I know you're good with the dams and researching that. Have you researched the dam for Moraz Malvinia? Was Malvinia a play by Shakespeare or anything like that? No,
I didn't look that up. If it's not a first or second time starter,
no, Gino knows.
Tomorrow in the Blue Norther. That's tomorrow in the Blue Norther.
Yeah. Gino's going to act that out between corgi races too.
Yeah, between corgi races. Oh yeah, let's remind our fans. Tomorrow we do have the corgi races all day long in the infield, along with a family fun day. So it is going to be really a family fun day Sunday in the infield. The corgi races are so much fun. They're going to have heats throughout, and then the championship corgi race will be on the main track, and I'm going to be the track announcer for that. So it should be fun. And I think Ruben said he's coming out, Ruben Mendez. So he was our guest yesterday, and he won yesterday, Ruben. So Team George has the lead. All right, let's keep that lead going. Ellis, you got a daily double, $100 to work with. Who you like and why?
Well, again, I'm going kind of logical here, but it still could pay pretty well. And the 9th race, I think as time goes by, is really the one to beat. And so I'm going to go with my 2 horses in the 8th race, Mucho Unusual and Luck, 2 and 7, with the 6 in race 9. You know, as time goes by, 4 wins last year. She loves the mile and 16th. The Bayakoa, she's really not stepping up. Grade 3. Before that, grade 1, grade 2, grade 1, grade 1, grade 2, grade 2, grade 1. So she's just looking to put another win on the board, advance her career. A nice 5-year-old mare, so she's got a good year looking ahead. All these distaff stakes and maybe make it to the Breeders' Cup. She was a bad 8th in the Breeders' Cup at Del Mar, but other than that, pretty good record this year.
Yeah, I like her as well, and in fact, I like I like Pratt every race today. If you look in the program where I put my picks at the end of the last race, amazingly, I picked Pratt on top in every single race, Alice. I've never done that before in my life, so let's see how that pans out. Also, just a quick note for you guys playing the late pick 5 today, a very, I think, an important change in race number 6. The race originally scheduled to go down the hill at 6.5 furlongs has been changed to, to just come out of the chute, just a flat, because whenever the turf course is listed as anything other than firm, if there's a 6.5 down the hill, we're going to change it and put it on a straightaway or take it off the turf. So 6.5 down the hill, not the case in race number 6. They're going to, adjust your handicapping accordingly. And I think Gino already did some sort of adjustment as well. Yeah. So it's a key change.
Yeah.
Chappie?
Gino was very high on Delaware, thought that this horse would really take to the down the hill course, as was Seminar Skip. And I know going back to Ellis's daily double that I think, George, one of your best bets on the day was As Time Goes By, correct?
Yes, I love that. I really don't like the other ones at all. I don't think Velvet Slippers and Park Avenue are all that, but we'll see. That's why they run them. But I love As Time Goes By. One of my best bets of the day.
Gino, double tap.
That's why we handicap, because I'm going to play a double in the 9th race, not using As Time Goes By, and I'm going to be using Velvet Slippers and Park Avenue. I'm going to single to Allegato in the 10th, who Chappie and I have been waiting on for a trip. Allegato has been troubled over and over and over again. So I'll play Allegato in the 10th, and then in the 9th to get there. Look, I got tons of respect for As Time Goes By, but I was talking about this a little bit with some of these other horses. She ran in the Breeders' Cup, and then she came back and she won at Los Alamitos, and she ran fine that day. I honestly thought the reason why she won was because of the ride. Pratt just kind of moved at the right time, and her class sort of won. I do think Velvet Slippers and Park Avenue are kind of moving up in the right direction. I think I was really impressed with Park Avenue's win last time out. And I think Georgie was hitting on it when we talked yesterday. Sometimes you get worried if it's just at Los Al, but I do like the fact that she's also shown she can run well at Santa Anita. She likes this track. She has speed, but she can sit. And then you've got that connection, those connections we just mentioned, Baffert and Velasquez, who won a ton of races on Friday. I think Velvet Slippers with that race under her belt, I think she goes. And I think they maybe let her go. And as time goes by, tries to sit off a little bit from the outside. And maybe she sneaks away, or Park Avenue's right on her belt. So those are the two that I'm going to use. I'm going to go 4-5 with the 4 for my $50 double.
All right. It's time for the Wheel of Doom for the tiebreaker.
I was thinking race number 4 seems like nobody's got picks in that race, and it seems like a wide open race with the morning line favorite 7-2. So you guys start looking at race number 4 for the tiebreaker. And,
I just knew it. I knew it in advance. It's so Faithy's right in front of me.
I figured it was either. I had the 4th opened as well. I figured it was either the 1st or the 4th. So
go ahead, Georgie. Go ahead.
There we go.
And we're going to do the Wheel of Doom.
Oh, okay.
And it is Ellis. That was an abbreviated Wheel of Doom. Did you?
Yeah, that was that didn't go far.
I think that was fixed. I'm going to check that after the show.
The fix was in. The fix was in.
Yeah, let's stop awfully quick.
Get some oil on that wheel, man. That thing was just like sputtering over there.
We were on late. I think he and Ellis were fixing something there.
Right? Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, I'm going with Magical Gray. Owned by Juan Garcia, trained by Victor, his son, for those that know, long time Calbred connections, and finally got this mare into good form at the age of 7. It's third off a layoff, a 7th, and a win. Moving from non-winners of 3 to open company, but that race at Golden Gate on the all-weather was just one to get her in the right frame. She has only run on dirt once in her career, and turf she's run 19 times, 2 wins, 3 seconds, a third. This all-weather race transfers great to the grass, and she put in a pretty, for a 25 claimer, 47 and 2/10, best of 69 half-mile workout. So it sure like Victor's got her ready to go, and she should win her second in a row.
All right, we're going with number 6 for the tiebreaker, Chappie.
All right, Gino, where are you heading for your tiebreaker play?
Invincibella, the deuce in here. O'Neill going to claim this one. Pratt's aboard, had a little bit of kind of sneaky trouble last time out. She's just a great measuring stick at this level. She fits really well. You sort of know what you're going to get for her. She needs a little bit of help up front, but I think there's plenty of pace in here to set it up for her. So she's just going to try to save ground and make one late run. And when you've got Pratt aboard, you got the best guy at pushing the button right there. So let's go with Invincibella.
One thing I do know about Invincibella, that's George's top pick.
Right?
That's
If it's
right.
Pratt, it's for Georgie, right?
Yeah.
Let me add, for those fans out there that are betting this race, O'Neill's got 2 horses off the claim in the race.
Yep.
Number 5, Henny's Crazy Strain. So if you're going to use Invincibella, which I certainly think Gino has a lot of good points, you have to use Henny's Crazy Train too.
They complement each other very well with the running styles too. You'd imagine Henny's Crazy Train will be much more forwardly placed. Invincibella is going to try to take back and then make one late run.
Well, let's hope we're not going off the rails on a Crazy Train, George.
All right, I do have a couple of late scratches in case you guys want to hear them. So it doesn't affect our picks at all. But in race number 1, scratch the 3 Ortho. Race number 4, scratch the 5 Henny's Crazy Train.
Oh, well, there you go.
There we go.
O'Neill only has 1 in there, by the way.
Not
Yeah.
just
Why
one.
run 2?
In race number 5, scratch the 8 Asphalt Andy. And it is first time Lasix on the 1, Mad Steven, who is ridden by Flavian Pratt. I think Flavian Pratt's going to win a race or two. Race number 9, scratch the 2 Cowboy's Daughter. And in race number 10, scratch the 3, the 13, and the 14. So 3 scratches in race 10, 3, 13, and 14.
Yeah. That 9, the scratch in the 9th, Cowboy's Daughter, that actually may help a horse like Velvet Slippers a little bit even, because Cowboy's Daughter was sort of sprint speed. That was stretching out a little bit in there. So that should really put Velvet Slippers or Park Avenue, I guess, whichever one of them would want to go on the front end. I'm assuming as time goes by, tries to sit off there from the outside.
Hey, Ellis, that's really logical on Gino's part, but as time goes by, he's going to win. So really, don't even go there. You know what I'm saying? This
I'm not
scratch
changing
helps
my
me,
bets.
and that helps me, and this helps me, and that helps me. There's no help for him as time goes by.
None.
You won it
We
before.
all need help.
You won it for her. Now win it for us. Play it again, Sam.
Hey,
But we all need help from time to time.
George said this morning, as time goes by, is his lock of the year.
There
Now-
you go.
We haven't had any races this year, but it's his lock of the year.
Yeah.
Hey, I
Okay.
forget. I want to put out something cool. I forgot to mention about luck. So LNJ Foxwoods, who most people know have a lot of great horses, I don't think any owner's ever done this. They won a race at Golden Gate on New Year's Eve, and they won a race 2 hours later at Flemington Racecourse in Australia on New Year's
Wow.
Day.
Wow.
That's very cool.
They sponsored our Christmas party, LNJ Foxwood. So we love them. And we got a lot of in
Yeah,
and
we
out.
had free food and booze. I like them a lot.
Yeah, no, I like them a lot. I like, and the one of the owners was there, and she was just marvelous. She was just wonderful. So just
You're talking about Jamie.
Janie, yeah,
Yeah.
just wonderful person.
And Richard Mandela has some dance moves. Remember, he was cutting the rug.
Yeah, he was cutting the rug. It was great. All right, don't forget, folks. Big promotion tomorrow. A players appreciation move by management. We're going to seed $50,000 into the late pick 5 tomorrow. Of course, we'll talk about it again in tomorrow's Charity First Handicapping Challenge. But start studying tonight because that is going to pay well even if there's a number of favorites along the way with that dead money. So get involved in following Ellis Starr. Gino's got 473 shows that he's on, plus a play.
I'm writing. It's almost done. I'm still finishing it up.
If a French play he's doing.
Yeah. I'm fine tuning, finishing my research. Someone's doing the translation for me. So
I love it. All right. Happy New Year's, guys. We appreciate it.
Happy